So I have nothing planned for today for videos, except for a singular deck profile, which is really good. And we're going to look up random, interesting, fun factoids on Market Watch today. Whether or not it be the most interesting, best-selling cards on some recent sets or some other things. But I figured we'd have a fun little Market Watch today. So let's dig on into Rare Black Gotcha Shirt Robbie, shall we? Alright, so today we're going to be looking at some interesting data from TCG Player, and these are the best selling things. Now, if you know, there are a few ways to search on TCG Player. Now, there's a functionality that we don't really talk about all that much in the Market Watch world, because, players want to know what's changed in terms of value, but there's another interesting side of data here where it is the best selling cards. So what are the fastest selling cards as of today in certain sets? Well, Megatins are still currently up on pre-sale Saturday morning here. The best-selling card in the Megatins on pre-sale so far has been Dragoon of the Red. This doesn't surprise me. But you see market data here is coming in at $48.35, which means people are paying this $48 price tag for this card, putting it ahead of, well, best card in the set. I also see here that we have Warlord Savage coming in at second. Pot of Extravagance coming in at 24s, being sold. Apollosis, fourth best card in the set. Somebody's paying 29s on these, by the way. And then single packs, market data was at $9. IP selling at $22. World Legacy Guard Dragon at $3, which isn't bad. Interesting to see that a lot of the little buyout happened on this stuff. Successor Souls at $3.37. Avermaxis at $6. You can see that people have long since relisted at a higher value. Crackdowns were $3, and then we kind of just come on down. Now this data is just kind of interesting to see what people are looking at picking up on, pre-sale numbers, and we're really like the most data-driven stuff is being like, what is really the best cards are being sold. So this data might not be so complete right now based on this, but we'll get to more, I guess, solidified data here. But Dragoon of the Red being the most expensive card so far and the best-selling card in the set. All right, now, best-selling cards out of Rise. Now, those people that'll go through and do buyouts and things, you'll kind of see like the repeated pattern here. But the best-selling card, the undisputed in terms of value here, Nadir Servant. Doesn't surprise me. Every deck that wants to play Dogmatica needs this. Okay? Then, of course, we come on into the sealed product range. Doesn't really surprise me. And then second best-selling card in the set, look at that. Rise of the Duelist gives us Forbidden Droplet. And then, of course, the third best-selling card here is Triple Tactic Talents. Does not surprise me. Alright, you have three very good metagame-driven cards, back to back to back. Fourth best-selling card in the set is Ecclesia. Okay, doesn't surprise me. And then we have Fleur-de-Lis, Maximus. And then coming in, what is this, number 8? Over Titanclad is the Revolution Dragon. This doesn't also surprise me. This is kind of interesting. And then, of course, we come on down to Durandal here, which is interesting. And then I see we start coming down. The Starlight Wind is better selling than the Chaos Ruler, even over the Ecclesia Starlight Rare. And then, of course, we get into some, it's interesting to see where, they place the Starlight Rares for, best-selling cards in these sets. And then, of course, 3 Tactic Talents. It's kind of interesting, people really might not be approaching these. And then, Win is a best-selling card. And then we have Artillery Turtle back here. Interesting. This data is always intriguing. Melfi Puppy's better selling than Emancipator Friends. Let that sink in, by the way. Melfi Puppy, a super rare, is better selling than Emancipator Friends, which is a secret rare. Isn't that hilarious? And Melfi Caddy's a better seller than Oliver. Poor Kawaki Mara Supplier, though, down here. This card's not a good seller at all. Wow. Ret Time Reviver Emitter is better selling than Lifeless Fish. That's kind of interesting. I will say that. Okay. Sure. All right. Ah, yes. Best-selling cards from Battles of Legend. The best-selling card in the set is 10,000 Dragon. This card has been literally destroyed on the secondary market. Players are eating this up. Invocation is the second best-selling card in the set. That doesn't surprise me at all. And the Chaos coming in at third. Interesting enough, though, the Numeron Network pushes itself into fourth place here, actually over the Utopia, which is kind of interesting. Huh. I'm really glad that you had to put this Starlight Utopia on this. It's not even the correct Japanese Utopia, by the way. And then, of course, the Skull Knight. So, interesting enough. So, once you're past the top 5 here, then the fossil stuff starts coming into play. This is a remover that you can pop things. And then the search card for Rapture coming in at 7th place. Artifact Signum doesn't surprise me. And the Firefelt Lady down here in top 10 selling cards in the set, by the way. That's interesting. Alright, I see we have Eel, Cross Sheep, and then O-Line. This is almost like a video segment in itself. Top selling cards in Battles of Legend? Surprise face emoji? So, interesting. Time Stream made it into top 20. Well, I guess when you look at like the rest of the things in the set, that shouldn't surprise you. Now, some other interesting data here. Best selling from the Legendary Duelist set 1. Now, originally when I was thinking about this, I was like, Millennium Eye should probably be the best selling set in there. Maybe Ancient Gear Fusion will creep up. No. Red Eye's Baby Dragon pulls it on home here as the best selling card out of Legendary Duelist set 1. Very interesting, by the way. Millennium Eye is coming in at second, and then oddly enough, the common Red Eyes Fusion from this set takes it on home over the Ancient Gear Fusion. You figured the Red Eyes Fusion would be, if not the best selling card in the set, because of Dragoon right around the corner. Nah, third place. Interesting. Ancient Gear Fusion coming in at 4th place. And then, of course, we have more Red Eye stuff. Taking 5th, 6th, and 7th in more places here. So it looks like Legendary Duelist Set 1. I figured this would be up higher too. But the collectability on the Red Eyes cards looks like it would have brought it home. I would have figured things like Crystal Bonds would have been higher. The vintage Crystal Beast players that want some stuff. Even Melfi Rabby didn't even make it at the top. Good to see that the Zane Truesdale Field Center, though, made it up there. Crystal Bonds placing in top 20, though, for this set. All copies look like they did well. And then I see we start getting into some vanilla copies of Red Eyes at that point. But, Legendary Duelist Season 1, a little bit more of an abnormality. Zane, though, being the best-selling Field Center from the set, though, is very interesting. I figured Mai would have outperformed, but I guess players truly do like Zane as a character. I guess that's some interesting data for the player base, though. Best out of Joey, out of Weevil, and them. I guess Zane is the most popular by association. Now, some interesting data here for Speed Duel. Now, the latest 2 structure decks came out, and I was kind of curious. I was like, what can we do? Now, Speed Duel is an interesting thing because you can play Speed Duel cards in regular Yu-Gi-Oh! So, except for the brilliant cards that have skills. But, look, DD Crow is an Ultra. I didn't even know this, by the way. So, Speed Duel DD Crow's best-selling card in the structure deck. Hands down. Doesn't surprise me. It's a staple, probably in both formats. Seems good. Oh, look. Senju. Megalith. Second best-selling card in the set. ARA. Third best-selling card in the set. Then we get some Toon support here? Alright, so Toon Mask up there. And then we kind of start getting into format stable things like Sphere Kuribo. Ritual support being the best back here. But when you have something that is staple driven for an entire format, or, both formats, doesn't surprise me, DD Crow. Now, interesting enough over here in the Merrick deck, I thought that Allure of Darkness would be the best-selling card. No, it's this Twisted Personality card for Speed Duel. Each time a player loses life points, place one counter on this card max 3. Once per turn during main phase, you can use one of the following skills. Remove 2 counters from this card, discard 1 random card from your opponent's hand, remove 3 counters from this card, destroy 1 face card your opponent controls. This card's really broken, actually. Alright, so I understand why that's a best-selling card. But, really? Santa Claus? Third best-selling card? Metal Reflect Slime and Speed Duel? Some interesting stuff back here, though, just for the data gathering things, but it's kind of interesting. I'll probably do this more in depth at some point because I'm always curious to see what the best-selling cards are, at least on TCG player side of things. So, what do you guys think about this video? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And well, guys, I'm out. Peace. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCall40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCall40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcallgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.